Adolf Hitler, a German admirer of ancient architecture, used it to impose fear and respect during his Nazi regime. He embraced a conservative, monolithic architectural style, aiming to establish a lasting regime. With the help of architect Albert Speer, Hitler marketed his rule with a variety of conservatively designed buildings, some of which were destroyed during the war. Some were spared to serve as reminders of the dark era in Germany's history. 10 of these epochal buildings exist to date. In this video, we will talk about the top 10 Nazi structures that are still standing today. 10. Prora Holiday Resort. Prora, a holiday resort built by Hitler's administration on Rügen Island, Germany, was built between 1936 and 1939 as part of the Strength Through Joy project. The beach resort, designed by Clemens Klotz, featured 8 buildings with over 10,000 rooms and was intended to be a place for hard-working Nazis to unwind. The resort was intended to accommodate 20,000 guests, but never saw any guests due to the war. During World War II, it was used as a female personnel resort and refugee asylum. After the war, it was used as an army base by the Soviet Union. 9. Karaman Submarine Base. Karaman Submarine Base, built between 1941 and 1942, was a German base used for U-boat operations and Allied supply convoys during the Happy Days. Despite being heavily damaged by Allied bombings, the base survived until the end of the war. The French renamed it Base Engineer General Stoskov in 1946 to honor Jacques Stoskov, an Alsatian Frenchman who secretly provided valuable submarine movement information to the Allies during the French resistance. Stoskov was executed in 1944. The base has since been a tourist site since its abandonment in 1997. 8. Olympiastadion. The 1936 German Olympics, hosted by African-American sprinter Jesse Owens, were originally scheduled for Berlin, Germany in 1916. However, World War I and economic crises postponed the Games to 1936. Adolf Hitler saw the Olympics as a chance to prove German superiority and stage a propaganda event. He hired the brothers Albert and Werner Mach to build the Olympiastadion, a 326-acre stadium. The Olympiastadion included the Olympiastadion, Waldbühne Amphitheater, and Maifeld, as well as additional facilities for various sports. Today, it hosts the Hertha BSC football club and is home to various sports facilities and buildings. The Olympiastadion is a significant part of German history and culture. 7. Olympic Village. The Olympic Village, built in 1934, was an accommodation center for the 1936 Summer Olympics in Berlin, Germany. It consisted of single and double-floor dormitories, a swimming pool, dining areas, and various training facilities. Jesse Owens, an American hero, used these facilities, which now stand as vestiges. During World War II, the village served as a hospital for injured Wehrmacht soldiers. The Soviet Union took over it in 1945, and it became a military camp for the Union occupation forces. There are unconfirmed claims that the village was used as a torture facility by the Soviet Union's Committee for State Security, KGB. Despite plans to restore the former village into a living museum, it remains debilitated, with only the dormitory where Jesse Owens stayed fully restored. 6. Nazi Party Rally Grounds. Hitler made inflammatory speeches at the Nazi Party rally grounds located southeast of Nuremberg, Germany. The grounds, which covered 11 square kilometers, hosted 6 rallies between 1933 and 1938. The complex included several structures, including the Hall of Honor and Leutpold Hall. The Congress Hall, designed by Ludwig and Franz Ruff, is the largest and best-kept building. Originally intended to serve as an assembly center for the NSDAP, it was never completed and reached a height of 39 meters. Despite its intended capacity, the Congress Hall marked the entrance to the rally grounds due to its location on the Deutschen Teich shore. 5. Flak Towers. Flak Towers were anti-aircraft firearm blockhouse towers constructed by Nazi Germany in Berlin, Vienna, and Hamburg in 1940. These 8 large structures were used as civilian shelters during bombing raids and for anti-aircraft defense in Germany and Austria. 3 of these towers were built in Berlin, with 2 remaining after World War II. Other towers in Vienna, including the L Tower and the Obere Augustenstrasse Towers and 2 in Hamburg, have also survived. The tower's existence is largely due to their nearly indestructible nature, which required a large-scale initiative to obliterate them. Many were destroyed or left as relics after World War II, but some were converted into nightclubs, restaurants, and music shops that still exist today. 4. Ministry of Aviation. The Detlef Rohlweder House, also known as the Aviation Ministry House, was the largest office space on Earth when it was built in 1936. It housed the Ministry of Aviation of the Third Reich and was designed by Ernst Zagabiel, who oversaw the Tempelhof Airport reconstruction. The building was 7 stories, with a total floor area of 112,000 square kilometers, 7 kilometers of corridors, 2,800 rooms, and over 4,000 windows and 17 stairways. It was made of a concrete skeleton reinforced with limestone and travertine, a form of marble. Despite its size, it took only 18 months to construct, with the first 1,000 rooms submitted for use in October 1935. Today, it is used by the Federal German Ministry of Finance. 3. Haus der Kunst. The Haus der Deutschen Kunst, or House of German Art, is the first monumental structure of the Third Reich, built between 1933 and 1937. Initially planned as a stone building for exhibitions, it was moved to Munich's Ergleichergarten after the rise of the National Socialists. Hitler directed Paul Ludwig Troost to design the first monumental example of Nazi architecture, which was later completed by Geri Troost and Leonhard Gall. The building hosted 2,000 years of German cultural celebrations and became an American officer mess hall after World War II. It was later reverted to its original purpose. 2. NS Ordensburg. NS Ordensburg refers to 3 remote castle-like schools designed by Adolf Hitler to educate future Nazi Party leaders. The first, Ordensburg-Sonthofen, was built in 1934 in Aargau, followed by Krossensee in Pomerania and Vogelsang in Eifel. These schools had sports gymnasiums, cinemas, and advanced technology. They enrolled a select group of pure-blood candidates aged 25 to 30 who were physically and mentally fit and members of a Nazi organization. After the Third Reich, these schools were used for military purposes by the inherited countries, with Krossensee in Pomerania still serving as a military base. 1. Eagle's Nest. The Kelstein House, also known as the Eagle's Nest, was a lavish house built by the Allies on the Kelstein House summit in the Bavarian Alps. It was offered to Hitler on his 50th birthday and was financed by the Nazi Party. The project, commissioned by Martin Bormann in 1937, cost around 150 million euros and it involved the lives of 12 construction workers. The interior decor was designed by Paul Laszlo. The building is currently owned by a charitable trust and serves as a restaurant with indoor dining services and an outdoor beer allotment. It remains a popular tourist attraction for those interested in 1930s German history. We hope you enjoyed the video. Did you guys ever hear about any of these buildings? Or did you want to visit one? Share your thoughts in the comments, and also share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you can never miss our video.